Hello and welcome to the channel, and right here I have my favourite Ultrabook in the world, the Dell XPS 15. And today we're going to be talking about whether it's good for gaming. So if you haven't seen the review of this laptop, head down and click on the channel name, and I'm pretty sure it was the last video we did. But yeah, it's a fantastic laptop for pretty much everything. This model has a GTX 1050, so technically it should be able to game. But let's find out. Firstly, do you like my new desktop background? I sort of took that yesterday. The link in the description to my Instagram if you want to take a look. I want to talk about the whole setup as a whole. And so basically, if you want to play games on a laptop, you need it to be plugged in. Sometimes I played it on battery and it's just blue screened. And that's not a good thing, so just plug it in, just plug it in. And also when you're gaming, you're probably going to have headphones and a mouse, so you've got to take all the USB things into account. On this laptop there are two USB ports. One I put into a small USB hub, which I plug my headphones into, and this really awful, really cheap wireless mouse from Microsoft. I'd probably get myself something a bit better. And then the other side, because this is only a 500 gig SSD and I don't want to clog it up with games. Another point is I wouldn't recommend filling your internal drive up with games, it clogs it up and slows it down. So I would just keep it on an external SSD, preferably over hard drive, because you might get performance downfalls. But yeah, so all of my USB ports are taken up, which is fine, but I've had to use a hub. So first of all, I'm going to load up Fortnite. Of course, as literally everyone's playing it, really not sure why, but it's pretty good. So in terms of temperatures, I've never found this laptop goes over about 77 degrees. The fans on this thing do get quite loud, but not as loud as they would be constantly on a gaming computer. So at a point while I wait for Fortnite to load, what should I do on this wall right here? I'm thinking I could have one of my pictures framed or something, but if you've got any suggestions, let me know down below. Alright, we are into Fortnite. Got the absolute pile of crap mouse right here. And yeah, it's not a mechanical keyboard. I do have one over there, but I'm not going to use it. But I'm feeling Suicide Mission, so Tilted Town as it is. So playing that game there, I was getting around 50 FPS, just hovering around there, even in the middle of a city. Which is pretty good, and all my settings were high at 1080p. Yeah, it's not too loud and it's not too hot, so yeah, you can play Fortnite on an Ultrabook. Let's try another game. Next up we're going to go for Rainbow Six Siege. Absolutely love this game. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we're loading up some Rainbow Six Siege on the laptop right now and we'll see how well it goes. So the settings are at high, so it looks pretty good, so you don't have to compromise on visual quality, and the frame rate is sticking at around 60 FPS. You may notice I'm pretty abysmal at the game. So I always seem to get a pretty smooth 60 FPS, pretty constant when I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege, and it's always on high. So it's a really well optimized game, but you can play it. And to finish up, we're going to go for a little bit of racing in Forza Horizon 3. Also, in terms of load up times, the SSDs are really good at this. I found that on my old desktop computer I was using a hard drive, and loading up PUBG was an absolute nightmare. I had to wait about 2 minutes every time I loaded up in the game to literally see anything. And also on Forza here, when I was playing on my PC, it takes about 5 times as long to load up the game. So SSDs are good, get them. Okay, so I'm now getting a problem that I seem to get a fair bit with this laptop, and that's that it seems to sometimes switch between the GPU and the internal graphics processing, and so I go from about a solid 60 to a solid 2 FPS, but it lasts for about 20 seconds, but it's just strange really. Oh yeah, so we're in one of the best cars in the world, Janky RAV type. One thing I definitely find with this game, Forza Horizon 3, is that its frame rate is really not constant. So if I limit it to 30 FPS, it will get 30 FPS all the time on high settings. But it's capable of doing 60, because right now I'm at high, getting 60. but it's really inconsistent in its frame rates, so that I could be playing it at 60 FPS and it would suddenly drop to 20 and it would just be a bit all over the place. But, so it's not really the graphics that's the problem in this game, it's just the inconsistency with optimization. Yeah, so right now I'm dropping down to 15 FPS, even though it's the exact same environment that I was a second ago getting 60. So it's just slightly badly optimized, that's all. Yeah, so that is gaming on an Ultrabook. You can do it. It's not perfect, you have a lot of wires and it's hard to cable manage the situation, but also the advantage is you can do it on the go, and when you're not gaming you don't have the fans constantly blasting away. So you can't control your thermals as much as you can on a gaming PC, but again, like I said, that's sort of a good thing. Yeah, as long as your laptop has a decent graphics card, probably a 1050 or higher. If you're into gaming and video editing and don't want a massive, bulky gaming laptop, then an Ultrabook is a very good option. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.